All right. That is rid of up. ChatGPT gave me such a stupid, um, stupid description, but it's like heavily detailed and
Really?
yeah. All right, we're live. We're good.
All
Looking good.
right.
Um,
What am I forgetting? Oh. I have 30. Shit. Hmm.
sorry, I'm doing the last moments of.
No, you're good. Oh. Ooh.
All right. Hard to even get to the like all the quarterbacks at the end.
What do you mean?
It's hard to rank these bums.
I know.
Are you waiting on me, by the way?
Can I what?
You waiting on me, by the way? I apologize.
What?
I said, are you waiting on me, by the way? I apologize.
Oh, am I waiting? Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, let me check the. I'll check the volume on the YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, do that.
We'll post it.
Um. I was not prepared for the quarterback. I don't know why I wasn't. When I texted you about it, and I.
Do you have 96 subscribers?
It's impressive. Almost 100. Okay.
Wait, I think the audio sounds good.
I'm struggling to get to 15.
I literally just looked up like picture of all the teams and just was like running through and throwing guys on the list.
He's on the list. He's on the list. I guess next. Now Watson's out, right?
Yes. Yeah, out of nowhere.
Yeah, his shoulders just gave out on him.
I almost put a future on them to win the Super Bowl.
RG3 wants to get signed.
Him and Isaiah Thomas will just never give up. You see the tweet the other day that was like, the NBA needs to put a restraining order on Isaiah Thomas.
That's so foul. I messed up badly. I should have done this way earlier. I didn't think it would take me this long. Um, Chris. Starting to get on the move. No, I know. I'm sorry. I got six
You
more.
seen the Have you seen the modern Seinfeld Instagram account?
I followed their Twitter.
Pretty funny. Kramer is horrified to learn that his coffee table book was made into an ebook.
I can't put this guy.
Kramer finds a box of Monopoly money and creates a functioning economy in the homeless population with himself as the banker.
Who am I possibly missing? I guess all right. I think we're good.
Okay.
This last bum that I'm forgetting is.
Is it Aiden O'Connell?
Not. Not Heineke.
Like
Not
Aiden O'Connell.
Levis.
Oh, Heineke start. I put Ritter on my list.
Oh, Heineke he was hurt, right?
I don't know what their deal is.
All right. Let's just get started. This could get hairy real quick if we just start joshing. Let's throw that we're live, even though we've been live for 12 minutes. My apologies to anyone out there.
I have no idea who their quarterback is this week.
All right. Are you ready?
Yep.
Oh, I forgot Brock Purdy. Who the hell is playing? Oh, Josh Dobbs. All right, we're good. Get started in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys podcast. I am your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
How you guys doing?
Doing well, Chris. Yeah, I'm doing well. Nothing to complain about as of right now. We have a good Thursday night football game ahead of us. We have a lot to talk about. Yep. So let's get that out of the way because this is gonna start soon. So let's get the preview out of the way. Really quick, Bengals Ravens. What are your predictions for the game, Chris?
It's tough to bet against Burrow in prime time, but what makes this game so difficult, at least when I'm making predictions, I like to take teams that are coming off losses.
Mm-hmm.
But both these guys are coming off losses.
And like bad losses.
Yeah, bad for different reasons. But I still think like the Bengals still have more to lose in this game.
Uh-huh.
They're the ones that are 5-5 that are on the. I don't even know if they're in a playoff spot.
They're not. Currently
right now,
not in a playoff spot.
I guess the Texans took that playoff spot from them last week. So that makes me like the Bengals tonight. It's hard to imagine the Ravens losing back-to-back games, especially getting this one at home. But I'm just sticking with Burrow and Prime.
I don't know either because I mean we both do picks in similar ways. We both look at and you try to find the hungriest team, and both these teams have a lot of reason to be hungry tonight. It's a fantastic game. The more you think about it, it's been a brewing rivalry.
Game.
Yeah, it's been a brewing rivalry between these two teams the past couple of years. They had a playoff game against each other last year, 2 years ago. Last year, one of the years. Last year. And this like the Joe Burrow, the Lamar Jackson. We get to finally see both of them healthy playing against each other. The Bengals, like there's just so much deep hatred with they kicked the Ravens out of the playoffs that one year. 4th and
With
15,
Dalton,
Tyler Boyd. Yeah.
Tyler Boyd.
So, and the Ravens they're calling their fans to wear all black tonight. Blackout.
Ooh,
M&T Bank.
Scary.
Yeah. That puts some fear into my eyes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, even though the Bengals cannot lose this game. Yeah, they can. They can go 5-5, but they
yeah.
really do not want to lose this game.
Did we play the schedule game with them? Like, do they don't have an easy schedule, do they?
It's not the worst schedule in the world,
So,
but it's two.
oh, they're
divisional games.
5-4.
Yeah, 5-4, not 5-5.
I was thinking
yet.
they were 5-5. Okay, so that's okay. So if they lose this, they'll be at 500, and then you've got 7 games left where you probably have to go 5-2. So it's not the end of the world.
No.
But you get the Steelers twice, which the Steelers own them.
Yeah.
Burrow throws.
They're definitely taking
more
one
picks against the Steelers than he does. Yeah, at least one, and then they get the Chiefs, they get the Jags, they get the Browns, and they get Josh Dobbs and the Vikings. Like their only given is the Colts at home.
Yeah, and
so I guess you could get in at 9-8, but probably not. So this is a huge game.
Well, I'm gonna go with the Ravens, just to have some little variance between us. And I think the blackout. I think they had that was just a horrific loss to the Browns, like such a choke job. So
yeah, that was brutal.
I think they bounce back. Worst loss out of the two, so I think they bounce back and take care of business tonight.
I don't know. The Tyler Boyd drop in that game was pretty horrific.
Yeah, that was bad.
And that game, like, that was put away. Well, not completely put away, but there was under a minute you'd be up a touchdown. That was one of the worst drops that I've seen in recent memory. Not that it matters who had the worst loss, I guess.
Oh, so does this change anything? No Marlon Humphrey or Ronnie Stanley for the Ravens, but no T. Higgins and Sam Hubbard for the Bengals. So both teams missing 2 players on each side.
I guess the Stanley loss is neutralized by the Hubbard loss.
Yeah.
And the Humphrey loss is neutralized by
the
Higgins being out. So,
but
scratch.
no Humphrey, and still Jamar Chase is active. So that'll be interesting to see if they can combat that. I'm still sticking with the Ravens. Let's
the Ravens at home at night scare me.
Yeah.
Reason. Maybe it's just I wonder what their record is in home night games. It feels like they always win. Unless it's the playoffs against the Titans.
Oh, they'll never get over that. Okay. We're gonna do, instead of just doing a straight recap, we had picks, right? So let's review the picks real quick.
From last week?
Yeah. So we'll review the picks, and then today we have planned.
Ravens are 7-0 on Thursday Night Football at home.
That's good.
Oh no.
Oh well, not good. You picked the Bengals.
I picked the Bengals.
Yeah. Do you remember do we have
if anyone breaks that record?
It's Joe. It's Joe Cool.
That's right.
All right. Do we have each other's picks? Because they're not in the system.
I'll put them in the system. I'll just pull up the Instagram first. So first pick for me, I had the Titans plus 2.5. This was not good. This was not good at all. This team is finished. Embarrassed by the Buccaneers. I was in on the Will Levis hype.
I bought in.
He looked pretty
quick.
solid against a good Steelers defense. He had thrown 4 touchdowns the week before. Came crashing back to reality this week. Titans they're finished. 6 now.
The issue
is just like get on.
The issue is that they can't, like, Derrick Henry's. I think the time's up. I think the clock is.
I know it's sad.
It is sad. Father Time always wins though, and he has not had a good season. Really, there hasn't been a Henry game all year. Normally about this time, it's week almost 11, and he's at 600 yards. That's never, you never see that. You always see a 1 in front of that come week 8.
Mhm.
And if they can't get that going, it's hard to get a rookie quarterback to look good every week. And Levis has shown some things I like, but this was not that.
No, not at all.
Yeah, he looks pretty piss poor. And it's not like, to be fair to him, he does have Hopkins, which I don't know why. If you're the Tennessee Titans, why did you sign Hopkins? I don't understand it, because they don't even use the one thing Hopkins is good for, which is, since you have a rookie quarterback, you could just add a safety net to just go, oh, let's just bomb it to DeAndre Hopkins. Probably a 50% chance he's going to go get it. And they don't really do that as much as they should. And when they did do it, Hopkins Will Levis threw for 4 touchdowns, and Hopkins had 3 of them. So I don't know what they're doing with that.
I don't know.
Their defense.
You would think that he would help them out or help out Levis so much. And the Bucs defense is like nothing to write home about.
No, not at all. They were overrated with names this year. They still had all the names from the Super Bowl years, but
Super Bowl, yeah, right.
But they just are all old now.
Yeah. Doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, this Bucs team's weird.
They are weird. They're getting into that territory if I'm just not gonna pick their games anymore.
I don't think you can. I don't know when this team's good and when they're not.
I think it's the whole NFC South, aside from the Panthers.
Because the Panthers are just bad.
Yeah, right.
But
I feel like the Bucs are bad too, but they're only one game under 500.
I think I could see the Bucs losing to the Panthers. That wouldn't be the craziest thing to me.
It wouldn't be asinine.
They have the Niners coming up. I gotta stay away. They could keep this close for no reason. They could get blown out by 40, or they could keep this close for no reason.
They could win.
Well, of course, any given Sunday. All right. Yeah, that was not a good pick for us. Let's just stick with the only 2 losses this week. I went 3-0. Humble brag. My first 3-0 this season, so I'm gonna give myself a round of applause because you got it. You got it there.
First 3-0. Yeah, it took you so long.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've gotten there.
I went 6-0. Although you're looking at the board, you're up on me. We both have the same amount of wins, but you have
I have 2 pushes.
2 less losses because you have 2 pushes.
Yeah.
But overall, quick status update. 34, 24, and 2 on the year, which is hitting at a 58.6% clip. So that's our best year, I think, through 10 weeks.
Yeah.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's...
If you're betting $10 on every pick, you'd be up $76. If you're betting $100 on every pick, you'd be up $760.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Honestly. Next year, we should put our money where our mouths are. And it's not parlay, but just use $10. I guess if you put $10 on every pick, though, we have to spend $60 a week. Oh, well. We'll figure it out. We'll find a way to put our money where our mouth is. I normally do.
Bet each other's picks?
Yeah.
I bet my pick. I usually only bet 3 games a week.
Yeah, I don't.
Or if I'm down after those 3, then I'll bet the Sunday night game to try to make it back. But I've had a good year.
Yeah, it's been good. Last falter for this week, though. Another team that the Titans and Falcons, I feel like are. Actually, no, they're not similar, but they're. Both...
I rushed these picks. I think is what happened.
Falcons -2.5 against Kyler Murray's return.
So yeah, that was the thing, is that I was like, all right, it's his first game back, and the team has lost 8 games in a row. They stink regardless of whether or not he's out there. And I guess I forgot to account for the fact that the Falcons are the worst.
You also forgot to account for the fact that Arthur Smith is an evil, evil creature. He's like a super villain.
He's a creature.
He's like a super villain.
He like, it's like he deliberately tries to ruin people's days.
I know, and he thinks he's so
I remember being
smart.
excited about this team too. He does think he's so smart. Why?
Thinks he's such a genius. I don't know, because he does stupid things and wants to back it up.
He's he outsmarts himself.
Oh, looks like Ritter might be starting for the Falcons after the bye week. Snip,
I
snap,
tried to
snip,
figure out
snap.
earlier when I was doing my rankings, and I could not find it.
Who the hell?
The headline was just like, who are the Falcons going to start? Who's going to quarterback next year? Because they're going to be these guys.
Yeah,
Honestly, I thought Heineke would be better on this team.
I thought he's looked better than Ritter has. I thought he looked fine.
He has.
I really like. He left the game
for him.
No, he left the game with an injury though, so he didn't get to finish this week. And here comes Ritter, back out there again. To do something.
Like a wounded dog.
He is like a wounded dog. When you this team is sad. It's a sad team. There's not like I don't know what they're doing with London or Pitts, but no one does. Bijan actually got a bunch of carries this game, so that's
he had a good game.
Yeah, he had a good game. And like I don't know, they losing to the Cardinals on Kyler Murray's return is pretty sad. He looked good. Kyler Murray looked good though. He looked really good.
Is this like should they not be playing him right now? Because he's gonna win the football. Like they don't win this game with. Oh, what was his name? Tune.
Yeah, no, they don't win this with Tune. I don't know.
So like, they're gonna finish it still inside the top 10, of course, but they're not getting number 1. There's too many bad teams.
No, they're not getting 1, and they think they know it. I think what they're doing is
they just get 1. Sneaky.
I think what they're doing is they're letting him play and like not, no tanking, no talk of any of that because they want to see if they need to draft a quarterback, right? Because why would you shut him down all year? You don't know if because there's already a question on if you're going to keep him or not. So you got to see if he plays and he looks better.
I don't think they should draft a quarterback. I mean, this is getting way ahead of things, but like I think even though they're 2-8, I think Gannon's done an okay job because they haven't looked as awful as they were supposed to be, and he got like Josh Dobbs was good enough to get traded and go start somewhere else. So that worked out for him. You made the playoffs with Murray before. You had Cliff as the coach, and neither of us liked Cliff. I think like you can rebuild this team without running back another rookie quarterback. Like you already have the quarterback signed, right?
Yeah, he's signed.
As much as I like make fun of Kyler, like he's a good player.
I was thinking about that. Like we've made fun of him a lot on this show, and I remember earlier in the year.
It's literally just because he's short and likes to play Call of Duty.
Yeah, that is.
That's why I make fun of him.
Yeah, it's really easy to make fun of him. That's why.
Yeah.
But when you look like earlier this year, we were mentioning some Kyler Murray talk, and I was like getting a little giddy about him, and you slowed me down for a second. Are we doing this again? Doing this Kyler Murray thing again? I guess what I'm trying to say is he is when you look at especially the other quarterbacks that are starting in this league, and we rank them all later this episode. He's a lot higher than I expected on this list.
Yeah, I was just looking at mine, and I honestly am thinking about moving him up a couple more spots. I think it's just because I've only seen him for 1 week, but
yeah, and I think we should keep it timid because these guys can fall apart. Of course, we know at any time. So, but do you think? I think the kid has it. I think he's just a little short, and you have to game plan around that. But if they can game plan, if they can game plan around that, they don't need another quarterback come this season.
Yeah.
That's the first time we've respected Kyler Murray on this show.
Yeah, good for Kyler.
Us.
For some reason he's just, I guess maybe because he is so small, it just makes him so much more fun to watch. Like if he was like,
Oh yeah, because he's like darting around.
yeah, and you always know which one's Kyler Murray.
Look at that little guy go.
Yeah,
It's like watching. It was like Sproles.
yeah, it was like watching. Yeah, it is like watching Darren Sproles. I wonder if, hopefully, that we could see something happen with Bryce Young to get to where we and end up like where they figure it out a little bit more with him, because he's just as small as Kyler. Actually, he is smaller, isn't he?
Yeah. Young might be. He's thinner. Like Tyler's a little.
He's chunky.
Tyler's thick.
He is a munchkin from Willy Wonka.
Works still.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to some dubs. Chris's dub of the week: 49ers -3. Niners need to right the ship. Jags were they gifted them the ship. Here, you want to right the ship? Here you go. Perfect game for this.
Unfortunately for the Jags, this was the game where it was like, all right, let's see it. Are you guys actually a good team and can be a Super Bowl contender, or have you just been taking advantage of piss poor teams that you've been playing all year? I think we got that answer. I don't think the Jags are bad. I think they're an above average NFL team, but they're at least 2 steps away from being a real contender. And this came at a perfect time for the Niners too. After the bye week, everyone's healthy again, and they're back to being a wagon. That's literally the formula for them. Like if they stay healthy, they should win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, honestly, and you're right about the Jags. We were talking about this when previewing. It was in Jacksonville. It was a real team. They haven't really beaten a real team all year. Trevor's been, if you look at Trevor's number, he's had a pretty bad season, and it's starting to come out on Twitter. Like they're comparing his numbers to Justin Fields. They're comparing his numbers to all these bad quarterbacks. Bad look for the guy Trevor. And this was his year. He's supposed to take a jump. I still think there's, I don't think he's trash and he's a bust, but there's definitely he needs to figure out something that hasn't been clicking lately. I will say the McCaffrey touchdown thing driving me crazy. That was ridiculous.
It was a bit much.
Everyone was benched.
Like I get it, but like come on,
dude. They were just do you guys not understand? I understand the streak. Trust me, I get it. But this man is your most your high. It's like throwing. It's like trying to throw a glass vase through the window. Like the window frame to get it into the house. Like we're gonna take the most expensive, valuable, or maybe not a vase because it wouldn't be as valuable, but like to get the TV in the house, you got to throw it through the window. That's what they were trying to do with this touchdown. Because their most valuable item, they're trying to get in the end zone, but they're just forcing it over and over again. Like he's gonna get hurt. He's gonna get broken.
I was not following
for
a little bit there.
Yeah, it was long-winded.
I think you stuck it.
Yeah, I stuck the landing. I appreciate it. I'm glad I stuck the landing.
It's true. It's like something like a streak like that doesn't really matter. Like that
it doesn't matter.
I knew the streak existed. I didn't know that it was like close to being record breaking until I saw the clip of them force feeding him the football.
Everyone on the field, all 22 men, thought that was like they knew that they was going to Christian McCaffrey. All 3 of those plays. Literally all the other backups are out there besides Christian McCaffrey. So it's not even like they had all the starters out there and they're trying to mask what they're trying to do. They were like, no, we're just going to announce to everyone that this ball is going to Christian McCaffrey 4 times in a row. Please don't break his legs, guys, and let us get a touchdown. Like, what? That made me angry. I'm glad he didn't get hurt because of it, though. That would have been so.
And it
sad.
was like it was a small win for the Jags, not let them get
Yeah.
in. It's like, okay, well, at least we didn't get embarrassed by him just running up the score on us.
I saw
So
the.
I'm proud of them for that.
I saw the Pat Beverly after winning the play-in game, and it was like the Jags after not letting
How
Christian
many
McCaffrey or breaking Christian McCaffrey's record, but giving up 3 points, or not giving up.
That's funny.
Scoring 3 points. All right. Fraud category is this? Are they even frauds? Like we didn't even know. Who
Oh
they are.
yeah,
Okay.
yes, they're frauds.
Yeah, they're in the same category as the Dolphins are right now. Haven't beaten a good team.
Yes.
Still a good NFL team. Just haven't beaten another good NFL team.
Yeah, that's right. They beat the Commanders.
There you go.
It's worth.
Worth something. All right. My picks 3-0 this week. Steelers -3. Can't believe this hit. I actually can't believe this hit. -3.
Do we have to talk about this game?
at the
This
Packers.
was
No, we don't have to talk about
gross.
This game sucks. No, there's not.
one of those games where it's like, oh, like close game must have been entertaining.
Nah, it wasn't entertaining.
Not
at
with
all.
these two teams.
It's the same formula, man. Same formula, like it always is. These Steelers just fuck around for.
I hate them.
For 48 minutes, and then the last 2 minutes of the game, they just score a touchdown or get a game-winning field goal. Or
Well, they were
something.
up going into the fourth quarter at least at this.
Yeah,
point.
that's true. They didn't have to come back in this one, but still, it was still just like they were just bumbling around until they took the lead. And
I honestly, yeah, the Packers are like allergic to winning. Like they had that one
they're
game against the
ass.
Rams and Brett Rippon. Every game since beat the Bears week 1, the Rams, and then there's one other win that they had that was like, oh, like are the Packers decent?
Yeah, it was the Saints win.
The
It was 'cause
Saints,
they scored.
right.
It was only because they scored 18 in the
When
fourth.
Jameis came in, yeah.
Yeah, it's because they scored.
But yeah,
18.
since then they've looked like a big old turd.
Their
I never
coach gonna
wanna
get
see
fired?
it. Yeah, he's all right.
I was gonna say I don't think you fire him after this. I mean, you just lost Rodgers. That's
If
what you
they
gotta focus
if they
on.
suck next year, there's a chance.
Yeah. But you got to give him time to evaluate the quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, next pick. Raiders +5.5. This was such a dumb line.
1.5, not 5.
That's 1.5. I said 1.5, didn't I?
I thought you said 5.
No. Well, I know it's 1.5. 1.5. I still think it's a dumb line. Like I guess Aiden O'Connell's not good either. But like
I convinced myself that the Jets were going to win this game, even after betting on them last week. Because before they were doing the same thing that the Steelers would do. Like
yeah,
that
they would
Eagles
hang
win,
around. Yep.
Literally, you just fumble around for 3.5 quarters, and then it's like, oh, we have the ball at the end. They did the same freaking thing against the Giants. And the Giants are the worst team we've ever seen.
And the script was here against this game.
Oh, it was
They
right.
had it. Yeah, they had it. The script was there. Literally a Hail Mary away from winning this game. I guess maybe the line wasn't stupid, but the faith in the Jets. The Jets on primetime is just sad at this point. And we knew it was happening. The second Rodgers
really
happened,
sad.
we knew all this shit was going to be sad.
There was so many games. Did you
But-
hear him say that he was going to be back after Thanksgiving?
Yeah, that's not true. There's no way.
Who does he think he is?
I don't know. They have 2 more primetime games left.
Terminator?
Jets. See them
That's
2
like,
more times.
that sounds like you compared to how many they've had.
And one is against the Browns.
That should be illegal. Like,
December
I know that
28th.
those two teams are different from like the rest of their history, but that should not be a legal matchup.
Especially not a night game. That should never be a night game.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter
I
what
love-
year it is.
Yeah, right. I love just scrolling. Like, I pull up the game recap on ESPN and just scrolling through the all plays section It's
Oh
like
yeah.
interception, field goal, punt, 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 goal, punt, 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 field goal, punt, touchdown, field goal, fumble, interception, punt. It's it's so much fun.
Let's talk about the Raiders real quick. They did. I mean, this whole game was just fumbling around until someone scored, but Aiden O'Connell got a
Yeah.
touchdown. They've really figured out this Michael Mayer kid has been a good grab for them. Out of Notre Dame, the tight end. I feel like every game, it's not like he's doing anything insane.
O'Connell either.
Yeah, I mean, he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. What I could say about him.
He's out there.
He's out there.
But,
He's
like
got
for where
such
he
a
was
pudgy
drafted
face.
and for the situation that he's put in. Like he's doing all right.
Yeah, I give you that. It seems like they're really playing for this coach still, so it wasn't just a 1 week thing.
Yeah.
No cigars, I don't think after this.
I don't.
Aiden O'Connell's face pisses me
How
off.
are they're the worst 5-5 team ever.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're terrible. Well, they probably haven't played. They haven't played anyone.
Dolphins could whoop up on them next week. Yeah, their last 2 wins with the New York teams. They lost to the Bears.
Beat my Pats.
Beat the Pats. Beat the Packers.
They beat the Broncos.
The Broncos in week 1. So
And two of their 5 wins, 3 of their 5 wins are under 21 points. Oh, sorry, 4.
they're like the Broncos from last year.
They've scored 30 once. It was against the Giants.
Against the Giants.
I don't think the Pats have scored 30. Now I'm thinking about it. No, they definitely haven't. Anyways.
Wait, the Commander? Oh yeah, against the Broncos they did. That was the first.
Yeah, it's an they're an embarrassing team, but they won.
Yeah,
So,
that's right. Good for them.
And what's
Hard to
coming up
win.
next? Yeah, the Dolphins are gonna stomp them. Chiefs are probably
Dolphins.
They're gonna sneak. If anyone's gonna beat this Josh Dobbs curse, it's gonna be this. Or not curse, but Josh Dobbs fiasco. It's gonna be this Raiders team. Yeah, they're not gonna do anything else this season. They got no other good game. They got another either Sunday or Thursday night game. What a shit show Thursday night football's been.
It really has. That's why tonight is so refreshing.
It's so needed.
I'm actually excited for this game. It
So
really
necessary.
is.
All right, and then my last pick was a Wise Bowl. I actually forgot we did this. I should have been doing this the whole time. Cardinals, baby, +2.5. We already talked about that game. I love Kyler Murray. Kind of wanted to be the Pats quarterback. I'm not gonna lie. But time we go. Let's go to our teams first.
How quickly would you take back everything about Kyler Murray if you went to the Pats?
Oh, height would not be an issue whatsoever.
Like instantly.
Yeah, no, height's not an issue.
I feel like he's short. Like you're short.
Yeah. He's probably taller than you. He might be short. No, I don't think he's taller than me, honestly. But no, yeah, I would take everything back. I'd be like, man, look at his arm. Short's actually an advantage. You know, he can get around the defenders. They can't see him in the pocket, so it's like they don't know where he's going. I'll get the list ready for when he's a Pat. If they get the first,
I hope it happens. You guys just need something exciting.
Yeah, and he's exciting. He is by far exciting. Send them.
You could legitimately get Caleb Williams.
I could have Kyler Murray.
Like it's. Well, I'm just saying.
No.
The exciting thing, potential. There's a non-zero chance of that happening.
There's like a 30% chance that happens. Maybe 40.
You get the Giants.
That is the all right. We have to lose that game at all costs. That is a must-lose game. That is an absolutely must-lose game. That's a Belichick legacy on the line there. They have to lose that game.
Yeah. tough to lose to.
The old, all right, I think this Pats team is just, I think they're just accepting the tank. They're just,
Yeah.
I think they're just gunning it because they scored fucking 6 points. Pitiful. Mac
The amount
Jones.
of games that they've scored less than 7.
It's insanity. It's actually insane. Mac Jones, like, he sucks. It's like
he's toast.
I think
It's like he's gotten worse every single game.
every week.
I remember in week 2, I was like, Mac actually looked pretty good except for that one interception.
Yep, and now it's like
he looked horrible, especially that interception.
No, now it's like he looked insanely terrible besides one pass.
Right, besides one completion.
Yeah, I heard the locker room's out on him. He gets worse and worse every week.
Yeah. Could possibly be in on him.
No, I don't know.
He's thrown game-losing interceptions, like, it's back-to-back weeks. How many times would you say it's happened this season? There's that one against the Dolphins that wasn't necessarily game-losing, but, like, it made no sense.
That one was game losing. It was definitely that was definitely a reason why they lost. I mean, he doesn't even have the opportunity to throw game losing interceptions all the time. Like, and he's doing that because he's throwing so many goddamn pick sixes. This guy's throwing more pick sixes I've seen in a season than anyone. He's tied.
With Cutler?
Probably including
Cutler.
Cutler.
In his prime could throw pick sixes like nobody's business.
Mac Jones gives Cutler a run for his money.
Or Schaub. Schaub, I think, was the one who threw.
He's terrible.
There is all time.
Even though this game wasn't in Gillette, Mac Jones is tied for the same amount of losses in Gillette Stadium as Tom Brady. And like
That's so funny.
I gotta say, like, unless he became a superstar immediately, Mac was never gonna succeed simply because it's so easy to compare everything to Brady. You just go, he's basically, he's filling in shoes that are the biggest shoes to fill in the NFL. But he can't even be an average quarterback. So I'm not even going to compare it. Like, meeting expectations is even a part of it because he can't even be an average quarterback. So
yeah, he's like so bad that you'll remember him.
I have a jersey, so like I'm gonna remember him. But yeah, having a jersey is brutal. I have a Cam Newton and a
I guess jersey. Would this be the time to remind you that in the pre-draft discussions that year that we were originally out on Mac Jones?
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
The guy.
No, I convinced myself the second he got drafted. I wanted Justin Fields. I wanted Justin Fields that whole time.
Yeah,
and he got the Bears fucking picked him right before, and I thought that they made a mistake doing that. He looked so good his rookie year. It's not my fault. I fell in love, but
he was in the Pro Bowl.
The love is lost
ever since he did the gritty.
It's been all downhill since.
Tanked.
Yeah. Well, and if you like that last pick in this Colts game, Mike Gesicki is wide open, and he underthrows him by like 12 yards.
Oh, it wasn't even close.
Yeah, he threw him by like 12 yards.
I didn't watch the game, and I was just like listening to I like forgot that the game had even happened, and then I was listening to NFL on Monday, and they were talking about it. I was like, all right, I gotta go watch this. Even based on the description that I heard, it was so much worse than I could have imagined.
And Bailey Zappi comes in. They sub in Bailey Zappi for like the 4th time this season, and he does a fake spike. A fake spike. Those shits don't even work.
Could have been such an epic moment.
Those shits don't even work out in Madden. And it could have been an epic moment if he didn't throw it into 3 Colts defenders. He does a fake spike and immediately throws that shit into 4 people that are all in white.
That's pretty hilarious.
So now I'm in this situation where I'm rooting for either Will Grier Bailey Zappi
Ugh.
or Malik Cunningham.
Will Greer, where did he come from?
Cowboys, we just for some reason love this kid. He's like the third string quarterback. All I've been hearing is
Like 4 different
Bill
teams.
Greer. I know. I want it to be Malik Cunningham because I'm tired of why replace one stationary white guy that can't throw 5 yards for 2 other stationary white guys that can't throw 5 yards? We might as well.
I think Greer's got a little swag to him.
Does he?
Could be wrong.
I have no idea. All I remember is him from West
I think
Virginia.
I think he's got a factor.
All right. Well, then I want him then.
Good, but he's
actually I want Malik Cunningham because I want to see some dynamic. Yeah, I want to see some athleticism, something that I haven't seen in ever.
The Seahawks Cam game.
Yeah, since the Seahawks Cam game, basically. I will say Will Greer has a nice lush beard. The only compliment I could give him. Maybe he might be my starting quarterback.
Oh yeah.
Who knows?
Let's have a good beard.
Yeah, it's a solid beard. He looks like a man's man, I'll give you that.
28. Has he ever started a game in the NFL?
I don't think so. But why not start the rookie Malik Cunningham? It doesn't make any sense. But who knows? They're on bye week this week.
If he's he's that raw, you don't want to get him killed.
Yeah, it's true. All right. So update. I mean, I guess Pat's update. I'm in full quarterback tank mode.
Rolling.
Part of me wants. Is it a dumb strategy to just get Marvin Harrison and then get a second round quarterback?
Fairly dumb if he's the best guy on the board.
I think if Caleb gets taken, especially if Drake May gets taken for Marvin Harrison.
Who's next?
Marvin. I think it's a kid from Washington, Penix.
Penix.
I saw one. It was
about Rattler.
I was gonna just to beat me there. I saw a mock draft. It was like Marvin Harrison Jr., Blake Corum, some other big name. I think I sent it to you.
Just all the options.
Yeah, and it was just let's just get and then Spencer Rattler, all the highly graded, high school top recruit basically.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I sent this to a bunch of people. How did I not? There it is. All right, it was.
Oh, Shadur.
Yeah,
next.
Shadur. I forgot about that. Yeah, I could take Shadur.
AJ McCarthy. Ugh.
All right. Yeah, I don't want JJ McCarthy. I saw some Pats fans get enamored about him, but I don't know. I gotta see him.
Next Brady. He's a Michigan guy.
He's a Michigan guy. Washington update. It's poor Sam Howell.
My Washington?
Yeah, you're Washington.
I don't know why we were just talking about.
We're going to the West Coast.
College football, so I got confused. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I really thought they could win this game. It was Seattle. Weird things happen in Seattle, like always. I'd like to know what quarterbacks are leading the league in game tying drives that the team doesn't win. Because Sam Howell has had 4 of those games. The drive that they had at the end of this game to tie it was so perfect. It was so great. And then they left 50 seconds on the board. And they didn't go for 2 again. They tied the game at 26. It didn't go for 2. And I don't understand. This is the second time you've been on the road against a better team. And it's just been all right, we'll tie it. And we'll go to overtime. Or just try to stop them from getting a field goal. And it pisses me off. Because, I guess at least in this game, you can say nothing would have changed because they scored anyway. But it changes the strategy on the Seahawks end. There's way more pressure because you have to score points.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Gino rushes a throws a pick. He looked good. Also, Gino. It's crazy how when you trade away your best pass rushers, which I'm not saying they shouldn't have done, but you can't get any pressure on the quarterback because they, had the cleanest of clean pockets all game long. The fact that he didn't throw for 450 yards is honestly disappointing on his end. But it was a game that was very winnable. I guess at the end of the day, it's okay. I said during the game it would be better for my mental health long term if they lost this game.
Yeah, because then you're starting to think about playoffs.
If you won, you're 5-5, and you get the Giants next week.
Yeah, and you're starting to think about playoffs.
So, yeah, and I don't want to think about playoffs at all. So I'm okay that they lost. In the moment, it was sad because obviously I was really invested, and I thought they were going to win. Like every week, I convinced myself. But Sam looked great. That was one of his better games. He had one bad fumble where, like, he made a nice play to step up and run, and then just didn't slide when he should have. Ended up getting the ball ripped out. So just learn to slide. That's my one criticism. But he was awesome. He leads the league in passing yards.
Yep.
It's probably also because they lead the league in passing rate. Like they run the ball less than anybody in the NFL.
Oh, they give up on the.
So frustrating.
They give up on the run quicker than anyone.
They don't give up on it. They don't ever try it. Robinson has like 9 carries a game. It's maddening. He had 8 carries this week. For 38 yards.
And
which
he runs 5 yards
like
carry.
Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It is infuriating, but I get like just sending Sam out there and be like, chuck it, dude. So
that's what the Falcons should be doing. That's what all these teams with all these fucking weapons should be doing.
We say that sometimes where it's like, just let him throw, like get the reps in, let him chuck.
Yeah, and
they let him chuck.
This team is perfectly built for chuckers. It's because they have a ton of weapons that they want to get out into space. That's why they do these screens, and they have good weapons to chuck to, so it makes sense to throw it downfield and chuck, and it's working out.
Dotson, I will say, disappeared this week.
Yeah.
2 really good games. I was like, oh, it's so nice to have Dotson back. I did not play the whole game. I wouldn't even noticed.
No, I don't know if he did play.
Oh, he played.
Yeah, I know he was out there. Yeah, he was out there
doing cardio.
I gotta say, I need to be made aware when the Seahawks wear their gray pants. I'm gonna bet against the other team. Their gray pants are nice.
Wait, when they wear what?
When they wear their gray pants.
Gray pants.
Gray pants are nice.
Yeah.
So how is he secured the quarterback job for next year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what I like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They need line.
Yep.
And I feel like everyone's on the same. That's what they needed last year, and they didn't get it. Hopefully this year, at least they'll be like, okay, maybe we should use our top pick, or even like go trade up and get the biggest freaking tackle on the board.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
We talked about most games, but we do have the quarterbacks to run through. That's gonna take a minute. So let's quickly Lions Chargers game of the week, high scoring game, all over the place. Charger yet again, and can't get it done. Lions gutsy win from them. Good win.
I believe they gave up that many points.
Like a fire sale on the offensive or on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah. Well, I was watching the Commanders game obviously, and it's like every 5 minutes it'd be like game break. Here's the Lions game.
Yep.
It's just touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
Yep. Keenan Allen
feasted.
They got this kid. They got Quentin Johnson involved and this kid Jalen Guyett involved. It seems like these guys are just the guys that need to step up since they're running out of wide receivers yet again somehow. Lions looked fantastic, man. Amon-Ra was eating. David Montgomery was eating. Even Jahmyr Gibbs had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Gibbs, dude. For all the crap that they got for like not using him at the beginning of the year, holy crap, he's been good the last few weeks.
And I'm so sick of like the David Montgomery. Why are they not doing like David Montgomery's a good player. He had 10 yards to carry.
Yeah, and he's a rookie. Gibbs.
Yeah, Gibbs.
So,
Yeah,
like, it makes sense.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Jameson Williams is a weird player to me. I feel like he should be so good.
I keep forgetting about it.
I know. Everyone
I'd
forgets
be on
that
the
he
field.
exists. Yeah, he does have to be on the field, but he's been playing lately and still hasn't been able to get the ball. I guess when Amon Ra's there, taking care of business, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, no defense that game. The Broncos Bills Monday night game. I didn't watch this. I was at Colonial Life Arena, but wasn't shocked by the results. And
I was shocked about this one. I did
You
not
did-
see this one come.
yeah, I had a.
I know the
creeping
Bills have
sense-
been frauds, but like this, I thought that this was a get right game for them.
They needed it. They definitely
Man.
needed it.
Hey.
And I gotta say, look out for this Broncos team. It's not impossible what they need to do.
Scrappy.
They are scrappy, and
Yeah,
since that
Got
70
Devontae Williams going.
since that 70-point game, they've been pretty decent.
Yeah, they've been money.
Yeah,
They've
and
won 3 in a row. I guess they lost to the Jets and the Chiefs, but yeah, they've been all right.
yeah, and coming up next, they got Vikings, Browns, 2 backup quarterbacks they have to play.
Oh, it's
Dobbs-
Sunday night.
I know, why is it Sunday night?
Why?
Then they have the Texans, Chargers, Lions, Pats, Chargers, Raiders. I don't think they're beating the Lions, and I think they win one against the
They could
Chargers.
though.
Could beat the Lions, yeah, of course. But
That's like every time you like give away a win. Like you never know.
Let's chalk those 2 up for losses, though. And they take care of business against Josh Dobbs, the Browns. Screw it. I'll even give them 3 losses for the Texans, too. And then they go basically 5-3 the rest of the way. They're all of a sudden they're a 9-win team.
Yeah, beating the offs, competing with the Bengals for a playoff spot.
Yeah, it's crazy that this is where we're at here, and
It is crazy.
it's been a lot of like Russell Wilson was the perfect game manager for this game. Missed 5 passes, exactly what you want. Running game was working.
It's funny how that's what he's turned into. Like that's his ceiling. Like if he can
Yeah,
just
I
be
know.
game manager.
No, and he's a pretty. I mean, like they can do that. He's pretty solid at it. Allen is just a wreck this year. They finally got the running
They
again.
fired. They got their coach fired.
They got their coach fired. There's a lot of shit going on with this Bills team. Stephon Diggs' brother is tweeting out how they were he reminding everyone that they were trash before Stephon Diggs came there. I don't like. You're the Bills. You're like your defense is just too old. It's nothing but washed up names, really, and expensive names. Like the fact that Von Miller plays football in the year 2023 is a shock to me. I haven't heard his name once.
Because
this
JJ
season.
Watt, like they announced they signed JJ Watt for next week.
Yeah, exactly. Like I haven't heard Von Miller's name like all year. Seems like Leonard Floyd hasn't done anything. That was supposed to be a big trade. Ed Oliver's been all right, but he's no pass rusher. And the safeties, I mean, I know they're riddled with injuries, but man, they're this whole team's a mess. And if it wasn't for Josh Allen, I don't think anyone would have been taking this team seriously all year long. I think it just shows you how good Allen and Diggs are. The fact that those 2 guys have raised this to Super Bowl caliber team, and when you look at the rest of the roster, it's just not that good. If they don't have a number 2 wide receiver.
Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis sucks, man.
He had that one game where he scored 4 touchdowns.
And that's all that matters. It's the only thing that he's done in his whole career. Ugh.
Was that in the playoff game?
That was a playoff game. That's why it made it so I think everyone's loved it so much. All right, we're hitting an hour.
Yeah.
We got to do these quarterbacks before we hit 4 hours.
Yep. Just flush the rest of the games. It's Thursday
Yeah.
anyway.
Yep, we're flushing the rest of the games. Sorry about it. Your team wasn't talked about.
Sorry about it.
Sorry about it. All right. Next, and we pretty much hit all. We pretty much hit all of them. We missed this. I think the only one.
Giants suck.
Panthers suck.
It's quick.
Vikings. Josh Dobbs is him.
Josh Dobbs, the GOAT.
And then I think we talked about every other game.
Bengals, we already kind of talked about. Yeah. Okay.
No, we're not
Didn't
that
leave
bad.
anyone out.
All right. The Wise quarterback rankings. Week 11 of the NFL 2023 season.
At the bottom or top?
We're gonna have what's gonna be more fun of a discussion.
I say we start at the bottom.
Okay.
Work our way up.
The issue is if I have one that I've missed. Okay.
McPherson just hit a 50-yard field goal. I dropped him this week.
Oh I'm terrible at fantasy this year.
Wait, did I make that move? You are so bad. I was looking at your team today. I saw you were interested in Tank Dell. I don't know when you put that in, and I was like, you need a running back, dude, not a wide receiver.
I have running backs. I got A-Chain and
You don't?
I have A-Chain and Bijan Robinson now.
Oh, I guess yeah.
A-Chain was a sleeping giant.
They weren't in your lineup though.
No, they weren't it. Yeah, and Bijan's on bye this week, so it's looking rough.
Yeah, so I was like, oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, but I also have like
Just
Amari
threw up in my
Cooper. I have Taysom Hill is my best player. I have Amon-Ra though, so he's.
I saw that. Okay. And
Alright.
Lamar, you have names. Anyway.
Yeah, I got some decent names. All right, our worst quarterback in the NFL. Go ahead, Chris.
I mean, it's Tommy DeVito.
Yeah, he's got to be Tommy DeVito.
Like he had like 8 passing yards his first game. He's not an NFL quarterback. He shouldn't. There should be 31 names on this list. There should be non-NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah, it was between him and the Browns kid, Dorian Finney Thompson, or Dorian. Not I was gonna say Finney Smith. Whatever that 3-name guy.
Wait, is he their guy? I don't
He's
have
their starter.
him on my list.
He's
I
starting.
used PJ.
Nah, it's not PJ.
Oh, he's starting. Okay, let me take PJ off there.
Might as well just
Dorian
put it in the same
Finney
spot.
Smith. What is his name? Dorian Thompson Robinson. Yeah.
Out of UCLA.
Yeah. All right. What's up with PJ Walker's hurt too?
Yeah, PJ Walker. I just think they want the rookie to start. They were like,
When you're 6
what's
and
the point?
oh, whatever. All right. Well, he's 31 then.
All right, so that he's also my 31, so we'll just breeze by. Stinks. All right, 30. Who do you got?
I have Zach Wilson.
Oh,
Maybe
what?
it's inflated because we keep having to watch primetime Zach Wilson.
It's definitely
Who
inflated.
do you have?
I got Mac Jones. I got Mac-tacular.
I have Mac. Oh wait, no, I have Mac in a couple spots.
No, I have Mac Jones.
You don't
at
think
30.
you think that there's
I
Zach
would
Wilson is
rather-
better than like
Yes, I think
6 or
Zach
7
Wilson,
quarterbacks?
I think he's better than. Yeah.
They literally cannot score touchdowns. They can't do it. Like Mac has some games at least where they score touchdowns. There's a lot of games that they don't.
But
The
watching,
Jets
like,
cannot do it.
I don't.
Like,
Alright, I
literally,
think that's.
they
I
get
think
the
that's
ball
a
and
Jets
you're like they might as
issue,
well just
like-
punt right away.
Yeah, but they're
I
in
don't think
between.
it is.
In between the 20s, he looks.
They have a
good.
running game and a number 1 receiver. Between the 20s.
In between the 20s,
Not
he looks
really, though.
fine. He looks better
Who
than Mac.
doesn't? Maybe it's because I've seen more Jets than Patriots, and I undervalue and how bad Mac is.
You probably are undervaluing how Mac. I mean, it's not like he's right next. He's coming up right now at 29. So it's not like he's
Okay.
I like watching him. I think I'd rather watch him play than Mac Jones play. But maybe that's because I've watched too much of Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Like at least I can think Wilson will stretch the play a little bit and run the football a little bit. Mac will just sit there and take the sack.
All right. 29, I have Bryce Young.
See, I didn't know
been
where to
dog
put him. I know he's been dog shit, but like he's got to be better than some of these clowns, right? Like Aiden
He's
O'Connell
not.
and
I don't
Taylor
think-
Heineke. Got to be better than those two, right?
I don't think so.
I mean,
I told you I like O'Connell. And Heineke's my dude.
yeah, it's true.
Well,
I
I have
should've-
Ritter on my list, not Heineke.
Apparently he's starting, so who knows? I gotta see his I gotta actually see how bad his stats have been this year. The fact that
Right
he's played
here.
every game, it's been pretty bad. Or he's played. He's all but one game. Bad.
What, you're saying that's a win? Or
No,
he has
no,
8
no,
touchdowns
not
and
saying
7
that's a-
picks
That's no, it's bad. It's bad. Not good.
in 10 games.
Yeah, I think Anthony Richardson. No, he has definitely less yards, but he probably has a bunch of rushing. Yeah, I don't know what you do here if you're the Panthers. I don't think he'll be bad forever.
I don't either. He's 31st in QBR.
He's 22 years old. He's in a Frank Reich system.
Is the Frank Reich system anything though?
No,
Like,
that's
he
what
might get fired
I
after
think
one
that was
year.
I think that was a negative. Like I was saying that as a reference to the.
Okay. But I like that hire. I'm not.
So
gonna
did
go
I.
back. I can be like,
Yeah, we both did. I'd like the hire, but he doesn't seem
Yeah.
seem to do anything. I don't know, man. I don't think he's that low. He's been terrible. He's been terrible. That was your 29.
he's 31st in QBR and he's 29 rating.
I'm gonna chalk it up to being a rookie, but yeah, it's been pretty bad.
Rookies, number 1 pick should not be that bad.
I agree.
And
He's
it's
your 29,
it's
you
not a
said?
good situation, but
I had him a little bit higher. I had 29 was Zach Wilson. Now I have Taylor Heineke. And honestly, I'm gonna put a slash Ritter.
Slash Ritter.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, they're just they are who they are. We know who Taylor Heineke is.
Yeah.
I think he can actually win you some games. So I guess he's done that more than Bryce Young has. Besides, actually no, not this year, but in general. Okay, now I'm talking myself with Bryce Young down. I don't know where else to put him, man. I don't want to put him this low because I don't think he's the 28th worst quarterback, but I guess he is.
But we're doing who's on the field right now.
Yeah, I know.
I've assessed this as like how they're playing right now.
Yeah.
Season.
Yeah, no, that's what. Yeah. All right, then you're right. I gotta go. Then I gotta put Bryce Young at 28. I'm gonna put Heineke and Ritter at 27.
I don't think Heineke should be that low, but that's definitely biased. Would you rather have Heineke or Aiden O'Connell to win you a game right
No, yeah, all right. Let's do that game. Help me out here, because you're right. I would rather.
now? It's just way too much debate for the last 5 quarterbacks on this list. It's going to take forever. It's going to be like a 3-hour podcast.
Okay, all right. Then we'll just do it quickly then, and I'm gonna 28 Bryce. 20. What's your 28?
Or we could spread these out and do like quadrants.
Just do like a little tier list.
Yeah.
Tier list. That's a whole nother.
Well, we should have planned this better, but
No, let's keep
Just
going.
power
Let's
through
keep power throwing it. 27. Who do you have? 28 for me is Bryce.
I had Ritter at 27. And I had
Okay.
Mac at 28.
Mac at 28.
So I
Ritter at
think
27.
So no change. Bottom 6, we have the same guys, just different orders.
Yeah. Yeah, and since Ritter's starting, I'll put Ritter at 27 and not Heineke.
Okay.
Or since it seems like Ritter's starting. All right. So, and then what is 26? Who do you have for that?
O'Connell.
Okay, yeah, I have Aiden O'Connell too. So you had Levis over Aiden O'Connell.
I do have Levis over Aiden O'Connell.
Okay, I did too.
Wait, did you say Levis?
No, not yet.
Oh.
I was just asking because I
we were gonna get to it.
No, I was just asking. All right, I have Will Levis at 25.
I had Jordan Love 25 actually.
Okay,
I'm
that's an
sick of
interesting.
him.
That's an interesting debate. I think Jordan Love's trash. Like I believe he's trash.
Jordan Love, you know that he's trash. Will Levis, you don't really know.
Yeah.
And Levis played one game. Like I just typed in Jordan Levis.
Jordan Levis.
Search bar. But Will Levis's first game was better than any game Jordan Love's played in his career.
Yeah. Yeah.
But his last game was also horrific, and he's been trending downwards. I didn't really know. He's a weird guy.
He's a weird. It's hard
I'm
to
just sick
like.
of
There's a
Jordan
couple.
Love.
There's a couple of these guys where it's like he's only had a handful of starts. That's probably why the bottom 6 was so hard to figure out because we just half these guys have played like one game. All right.
Yeah.
Well then, I Jordan Love is coming up soon. So he was my 24th quarterback. Oh no,
Okay, so I
sorry.
had Levis at 24.
Who's your
How
25th?
these guys
then?
flipped?
Who's your 25th? Will Levis was my 25th.
25th is Jordan Love,
Okay, got it.
and
Yeah.
Levis is my 20.
Yeah, we had those two flipped.
4.
Yeah, we had those two flipped. 23, I had Minshew.
I had Baker and Minshew.
Okay. And then
Minshew's kind of been balling though.
He hasn't been bad. I could be that. He has not been bad whatsoever. Yep. I'm kind of in a situation right now where I have no, never mind. 22, Kenny Pickett. That sound good to you?
Oh my god, I'm okay. 22, I had Minshew. 21, I have Pickett. So you just have Baker higher than I do.
Yeah, because I have Baker at 21, which is funny.
All right, there we go. This is really coming together.
Yeah, it is. It's gearing up, and we have enough variety between us too.
Yeah.
Okay, I had Baker, and then 20 was Fields.
I had Russ at 20. I had Fields at 19. Fields is the hardest one to rank, I think.
Same here
because you've seen
there's
the
so
full
many
spectrum.
Yeah, there's so many
him.
bad plays, but there's good ones too, and it's just the bad plays make him look like one of the biggest idiots on the planet. That's the real issue, is that his boneheaded plays make him look like a bonehead.
Well, and then he's also been like, he was just starting to turn it around this year, and then he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we haven't seen him in a few weeks, and the majority of this year he's been bad, so I don't know. Like, I don't just stick him at 20 and call it a day.
Yeah, I like that. That's where I have him.
I guess I have him at 19. But...
Well, 19, I have Derek Carr. Which?
Okay, I had Carr at 18. So you have same thing now. You have Russ higher than I do.
Yep.
I'm surprised you have Carr that high.
I was gonna get him at
he was in your
I was gonna give him that
tier.
Yeah, I mean he's been solid. And when you look like, my mind couldn't even comprehend what ass at the quarterback position meant at that time. Like that's what ass meant to me at pre-2023 NFL quarterbacks. But now
It's
it's
a lot
like
more ass.
it's a whole nother definition of terrible. So Derek Carr benefited from every other quarterback sucking.
Judged against your peers.
Yep. 18, I got Brock Purdy.
Oh, that's low. That's really low.
I don't know.
For the Brockster?
The Brock, like, are we? I thought it was pretty common knowledge that this was all just a 49ers product.
I know that this has been like the debate with him, but at some point you have to give him some credit.
Okay. All right. But
Like I think
like,
he's
if you-
he's
like,
been above average.
yes, but I don't want Brock Purdy as my quarterback. I want him as the Niners quarterback. You know? Like if we traded for Brock Purdy, I wouldn't be like, holy shit, we're getting a guy who's throwing 15 touchdowns and 5 picks. I would be like, what are we doing? This kid's gonna turn into a pumpkin and we're
Yeah.
screwed. And I don't like he's had a great season, 2,000 yards, 15 touchdowns, 5 picks.
He had one bad game.
He's
a winner.
He is a winner. He's at the Jimmy G to him. All right, well then help me out.
Although
Help out Brock.
they're
Then.
both on the 49ers.
Yeah, and look what Jimmy G has
I
done.
know.
Look at Jimmy G has done outside.
I know.
That and like I like the kid. I'm rooting for Brock Purdy. I think it's a great story. But like, do I think Sam Darnold does the same thing? Yes, I think he does the same thing.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Darnold
yes.
is a walking turnover.
Okay, I'll give you that. Purdy doesn't turn the ball over. Doesn't. It did 5 times. I'm losing you for a second. I don't know what's going on.
He won't just like stop throwing interceptions.
Hello?
He did it in one game. 2 picks.
Hello?
I gotta grab a laptop charger.
Yeah, is your like I can hear your laptop like currently dying on the stream. I think at least. It's like all laggy and staticky. Well, this is terrible time for your laptop to do this. This is right when we got into some real debate about Brock Purdy. When looking at the talent, I like. Oh, crap, by the way. I need to move some people around. You're right. I'm going to make him 17. Josh Dobbs there. 17 is now Brock Purdy. I forgot Dobbs. You know what? I will give Brock Purdy some credit because I do think he's better than Matthew Stafford is right now. And
Hold down
what's up?
the form.
What was that? Oh, Chris, I don't know if you've watched the YouTube at all, but you're just lagging in and out. I can't hear what you're saying. This is sad. Right when we were embracing debate. Oh no, not the phone switch. What's up?
What up?
Phone switch. All right, I like it. Let's keep rolling. So, during your absence, I talked myself to Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I was hearing it.
Okay, So you heard the internal debate.
About Stafford.
Yeah, I have. So now updated list since you've been gone. Derek Carr's at 19 still. Josh Dobbs is now at 18. Stafford at 17, and then Brock Purdy at 16.
Purdy at 16.
Yeah, so he went up 2 spots.
Okay. All right, so I guess I will pick up
Pick up at 19, I think.
at 19 I had Field.
Okay.
18 I have Carr.
Okay.
17 Dobbs. So
All
look
right.
at that.
All right, and then what about 16?
Things are getting a little nice. So 16 I have Geno Smith. There's been too many bad games this year.
Yeah, I don't know where to put Geno. Like this area right now is the hardest, I think. Because you look at some of the guys and it's creeping up to top 15, and you're like, these guys are top 15. And it's like, yeah, probably top 15.
Yeah.
Geno, I had 15.
Okay. I had Sam at 15.
Nah, I'm switching Geno and Brock. I can't.
You just keep moving Brock up the list.
I knew it was gonna happen. Like when you mentioned
Wait till
it, I
you
was
see
like,
where he is for me. Because I was doing the same thing. I did what you were doing now. I did this 10 minutes before the show started. I was like, wait a minute. No, he's higher than that. No, he's higher than that. And I just kept moving him up.
yeah, he's better than Geno.
It's appalling.
All right, and then 14, I have Russell Wilson. Surprisingly enough.
Ooh, okay.
I'm in on Russ. Russ is cooking. I'm letting him cook.
I don't think he's.
It seems like he knows his role now, which I like. It seems like he knows, like he's not the man.
Decide what I want to say because I feel like now he's too low for me.
What
but
do you
I
have
would
him as?
take Dobbs over.
See, no, I'm not
Dobbs
taking.
has been awesome.
No, I'm not taking Dobbs over Russell Wilson.
Why?
Let me look. I'll find out why in a second.
Because he's unlimited.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty hard. But by the way, Russ has 18 touchdowns and 4 picks. I want that to be
What?
Russ has 18 touchdowns and 4 picks, and he's 200 yards under 2,000 passing yards this year.
That's pretty shocking.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't do my research on Russ. I'm sorry.
He's cooking, man. He's cooking.
He is cooking.
To be fair to Josh Dobbs as well, in comparison, playing on 2 teams, 8 touchdowns, 5 picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russell Wilson has 10 more touchdowns, but I think Josh Dobbs has played less games.
Interesting.
So, I don't know. 13. Where are we at here? 13 is...
Oh, no. I'm at 15. I have Sam Howell at 15.
Okay.
That's right where I want him. Perfect.
All right. Who's at 14?
He'll be top 10 by the end of the year. 14, I have Trevor.
He's been bad.
Doesn't do it for me. And we talked about it a little bit earlier. Like, I'm making these rankings, and I just kind of, like, I go on autopilot, and I put Trevor, like, 7.
Yeah,
I'm like,
what?
wait a minute. Not really, though.
I might take Russ over Trevor.
I might take Russ over Trevor, too. You're kind of selling me on Russ. I didn't know his numbers were that good.
No, I can't. I still think Trevor Lawrence.
We can do another edition. This is a living document.
Yeah. For sure. Number 12. Well, number 13, I have Trevor Lawrence. Number 12,
Okay.
I have Samuel Howell.
All right.
Number 12. He's creeping right there. And you know what's even crazier? What's even crazier is number 11 is my man, Kyler Murray. Number 11. I can't believe how much I'm in on Kyler Murray.
All right. I have Kyler at 13.
All right.
And I have Stafford at 12. And this is like, I don't know if there's a player that we've argued about more than Stafford.
I can't tell if he's good this year. Like, there's points where I'm like, I'm backing on him, and then there's points where he's trash. And I cannot tell.
He's just old. And
He
it
is
feels like
old.
if he was in the right situation, he would be succeeding right now.
Well, Lamar's
But
not
that
good, by the
team
way.
is just what happened?
Lamar's like on the sidelines, like working with trainers. He's on the sidelines moving though. I don't know what he's doing.
Probably diarrhea again.
He probably
I did have the game on my phone, but then I had to switch.
Not anymore. All right. Next, all right. Did you do 12, 11? Sorry, I've been.
12 with Stafford. 11 is the Brockster.
Rockster. Honestly, I mean, it's arguable. It's definitely arguable.
Yeah.
To put him up there, so it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I mean, like if you just go one by one, and like if you're looking at this season, like he's definitely been better than Stafford. Kyler's played one game. Been better than Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
Howell, like less turnovers. Gino, I think it's pretty clear. So it's
Yeah, I'm
almost
all
put him
for
in the
it.
top 10.
I'm all for it. You got me
But
moving him up.
I'm respecting
spots.
Brock.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it now. Number 10. I had. I don't like this, but I had.
So we're gonna have the same top 10. It's just the order.
Yeah. Yeah, I had Dak.
I have Goff at 10 and Dak at 9. Dak's been good this year, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been putting it on.
Aside from a couple big stinkers, like the Cardinals and the 49ers games were bad, but like he played well in that Eagles game. Obviously he's gonna play well against all the bad teams, but he's the best average quarterback, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's like the best of the Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Goff is right there with him.
Yeah, I agree. I think Goff is the NFC. I mean, I guess they're both NFC. The another version of Goff. I very very similar players. I had Goff at 9, so we just have them flipped yet again.
Yeah. All right, 8. I had Tua.
Second. Number 8. I had J. Stroud actually.
Stroud at 8.
He might be higher though.
He's higher for me. Well, obviously, I still have him at 8. Tua, I don't know either. I'm really impressed some weeks, and then other weeks, and it's just kind of like meh. He's like right above that Kirk Cousins tier, but he's not the star.
He's at.
I think is where I'm at with him.
At 7 for me, so he's right after
7.
Stroud.
Yeah.
And I don't know. You put
it's funny how like the way that we talk about Tua is so much different than the way that we talk about the guys from like 10 to 14. Because the guys from 10 to 14 were like arguing that they're good, and then we get to Tua, who we have ahead of them, and we're like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Tua's an interesting case, man, because like he does look really good. He has these games, but he's thrown to Tyreek Hill, he's thrown to Jalen Waddle, and like we've never we see C.J. Stroud do it with Nico Collins and Noah Brown, and I'm currently switching them. 7 or 8 are switched. Tua and C.J. Stroud are now switched. Who's your 7?
I have Josh Allen at 7.
Wow.
They've just been too disappointing, and he's got a drop in the rankings because of it.
Yeah.
I think like all of these not one of them, but he hasn't been as good this year.
And he's your 7?
You're making notes. What are you doing?
No, I'm just looking at my top 10, and remember that quarterback I was missing?
It's Josh Allen?
It's Josh Allen. But it's not. That's not like a. I don't think that's an insult to him because I think he's. I'm gonna put him. I'm just figuring out who I need to shove
Yeah.
down at
Well,
one.
who did you have? You had Stroud at 7.
Yeah, I had Stroud at 7, and then Tua, and then. But I think Allen's better than Tua. I think Allen is better than. It's a debate between him and Hurts for this 6th spot.
Hmm.
Because
I have Stroud at 6. I have him ahead of Allen.
okay, wow,
And that might be recency bias.
wow.
It is recency bias. I know that.
It definitely is, but that's okay.
But I mean, like, based on where they're at in their careers, like, could you not make the argument that you'd rather have CJ Stroud right now?
Oh yeah, you can definitely make the argument. It's an easy argument. You'd be like, we have him for 10 more years. All right, I'm gonna go. Even with that being said, I'm going Hurts at 6, and then the 5 spot is gonna be Allen.
Okay. Maybe I disrespected Allen a little bit, but I'm gonna stand my ground.
I am gonna give Allen a little more respect than I normally give the Bills because I never give the Bills respect, but he's the offense here. Like I said earlier, if they didn't have him on this team, and I know he had a bad game against the Broncos, if they didn't have him on this team, they would be an asinine team.
Yeah, they would be trash.
Josh Allen says Ken Dorsey would have a job if Bills played better.
Be saved by you, buddy, in 3 years.
It's actually hilarious.
I actually like Josh Allen too.
Yeah, I think he's a good personality, a good player. All right, top 5. Or did you say 6 yet?
Yeah, 6 was Stroud. So
Yeah.
I got, kicking off my top 5, I got Herbert. Which felt too high, but because they suck.
Yeah, I have so I have Allen rounding out the 5, and then I have Herbert at 4. And
It feels too high, doesn't it?
Does,
But like, who are
they
you gonna
don't-
put him
they don't
below?
win games. They don't. The issue is they don't win games, but I also don't see like 90% of the quarterbacks making the throws he throws.
Yeah, right. And it's not like his fault.
No, I don't see
Like,
28 quarterbacks.
He
doing what
deserves
does.
more criticism than he gets, but
He also deserves the
still doesn't
praise that
mean
he
that,
gets.
like, yeah, right.
Like, there's a reason. Like, the reason why he's the social media child is because he has the highlights and he has the throws. It's
Yeah,
not. It's
exactly.
not for no reason. So,
Yeah.
and it is annoying when people talk about Herbert because it's always gushing. It's never negative. But
Mhm.
the kid has everything you want besides he's in a Chargers uniform. The only issue. All right, who's your 4?
Hurts.
Hurts, yeah.
Boy, do I love Hurts.
He's good, and
I really do.
like the reason why I was struggling with him so much is because he hasn't had the best statistical year.
No, yeah, he hasn't been.
But
At least he hasn't been as good this year as he was last year.
yeah, he hasn't been as dominant, and honestly, it could hurt him in these rankings that he hasn't been as dominant, even though he's having an elite season. We're just comparing it to last year, and he's really good. He gets slumped on me for a little bit, and I don't think he makes the throws that Allen and Herbert can make. You know what I mean? And maybe he can, but I just don't think I see him more as like, you know, he has a different strengths than what they.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But like Herbert can't run the ball like Hurts can.
Yeah. You can't do the tush push with Herbert.
That's right. Yeah.
All right.
Also, he's learned to just throw it up to AJ Brown this year.
Yeah. He does it at least 3 times a game, and it's awesome.
Yeah. It's fine.
All right, top 3. Who do you got? We still have the same
I have
players.
our guy Lamar.
Okay.
Who is another one that we have just made so much fun of over the years. And now he's number 3 in my quarterback rankings. But he deserves it. He's earned it.
Yeah, I have Burrow here and then Lamar at 2. So I'm guessing you have Burrow at 2, and we have.
I Burrow too. Yeah.
So
He's just that dude.
he is Joe Shiesty. I'm glad right now we get to watch. At least we get to watch the last 3 quarters of the top 3 quarterbacks going against each other. 2 of the top 3 quarterbacks going against each other.
It was crazy, like realizing that when I made my list, I was like, "Wow, these are the best, or 2 of the best 3 quarterbacks in the league right now."
Yeah.
Feels weird, but
my issue with Burrow is
I wouldn't change anything.
My issue with Burrow is when he is on, he could be the best quarterback in the league. But when he's off, he disappears. Like he'll just have games
but it's like
where
it feels like he's always right, or he's always on at the right times.
Yeah, and he's got the look, he's got the clutch gene.
Yeah,
he's been to the Super Bowl. Like this kid has everything that you could look for in a quarterback. Yeah, he's so much fun to watch. Lamar, number 2 in my rankings. He still pisses me off that he doesn't get as many touchdowns as he should. Because he keeps giving it to Gus
That's
Edwards.
just because you have him in fantasy.
Yeah, because he keeps going to Gus Edwards. But he's been amazing this year. He's been looking like his MVP self. And the Ravens are a hell of a good team this year. So if they can keep righting the ship, he could be in this MVP conversation and be the front runner. It's scary that, like, not scary, but it's weird that the 2 front runners for the MVP are CJ Stroud and Lamar.
Yeah, that is crazy.
One's a rookie, and one is a guy who we thought was
Mahomes isn't number 1.
No, come on. I know he's the number 1 quarterback. He's still the best quarterback, but he's not the MVP this season.
What are the odds looking like? Because he might be.
That's a good point. I'm gonna look it up.
It's like he gets it by default, and nobody else.
If no one else steps up, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Mahomes is still plus 270. Hurts is plus 280, and Lamar is plus 400.
What?
Lamar plus 400 is amazing.
Where's Stroud at?
Stroud's all the way at plus 2,500
for MVP.
Yeah,
that's pretty wild.
It's McCaffrey's plus 1,800.
Or Tyreek Hill, dude. Those should be your freaking MVPs this year.
Yeah, Tua has plus 500 odds, but what's his name? CJ Stroud has plus 2,500.
Wild.
I think it's because he's a rookie. They're not going to give it to him.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our list. Run down the top 5. I have Mahomes, Lamar, Burrow, Herbert, and Allen. You have.
I had Herbert, Hurts, Lamar, Burrow, Mahomes.
We reversed orders, but that's okay. You guys can figure that out.
Sorry.
That's fine.
We spent the whole list going down, and then you decided to go up on the last one.
So we were gonna do a whole basketball section of this podcast, but we're at an hour 30. It's time to wrap it up.
We didn't plan a set.
No.
And when we started, I was like, I don't know what we're even gonna do. I know that we have the quarterback ranking.
I figured I would just like that's just gonna eat up all of our time.
Yeah.
Well, that does it. Thank you all for listening. Hopefully, I thought this was fun, even though our lists weren't mine wasn't in concrete yet. I think it was fun.
Well, it's nice when you can move things around. We talk through it. That's what we do.
Yeah, exactly.
But we got to do another one at the end of the regular season.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll do one at the end of the regular season.
League.
And we'll keep producing content. We'll be out on. I think we might just have to switch to Wednesdays as a general.
Mm-hmm.
Because
moving forward, that's
been working out. And we'll see everyone Wednesday.
Today's Thursday.
Yeah, today is Thursday. Yeah, I know. But Wednesdays are, I think, the way to go from now on. So, thank you all for listening. Hopefully, everyone has a great weekend. Hopefully, this football game ends better than 7-3. And, I didn't get to tell anyone. I'm going to Charlotte tomorrow to see some in-season tournament basketball.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll get first-hand view. I'll let you know if it's any different than
Charlotte again.
Charlotte against the Bucks. I get to see Giannis and Dame.
Nice.
Yeah, $42 a ticket. Not bad.
bad at all.
Well, thank you all for listening. Great pod today, Chris. And see everyone on